Tricia Pridemore was appointed to the Georgia Public Service Commission in 2018 with no energy experience. Watch how she treats Georgians she's meant to serve.
The nation's largest polluters of China and India don't seem to be listening to the same scientists you are.
When the global community, maybe aside from China and India, takes action,
The world's largest polluters. But you recognize too, Ms. Coronado, it's not in our jurisdiction to sanction foreign nations. Sometimes we just don't necessarily think that folks recognize just how much we have done. Maybe some activism in China and India wouldn't be such a bad idea.
This is from 9 to 12, is during a work week, is during Thursday. People have to work. And if you want people to be a part of this process, you have to make pathways in order for folks to be a part of the process. And then some of the comments that you guys have made, especially you, Ms. Pridemore, when you said to this lady that she basically needs to go to China in order to address some things, that was uncalled for.
Ms. Rice, that's not what I
It
said.
was rude.
Ms.
It
Rice,
was
that's not
rude.
what I said.
So here's the other thing too.
Okay.
So we need you to decrease the burden on the people and not put the burden on other folks. And then this IRP. So y'all playing games around that. You need to make it where people can make public comments and do your job. Thank you.
Ms. Rice, your coat's on inside out. You may want to fix that.
Thank you so much.
She mentioned she had staff here. Is any of Ms. Rice's staff present? Okay, all right.
Prices for gas have been escalating quite significantly, making it a great hardship for those who are, struggling to pay for their light bills and their gas bills and whatnot. And I know y'all have heard quite a bit of concerns regarding climate change, that it exists, that it is a man-made issue caused by CO2, methane. And
Mr.
other
Sordana, I hate
greenhouse
to
gas-
do this, but your time has expired.
Okay. Well, my question to you then, just really briefly, I hope you can answer this for me and the public. Do you each believe in climate change that's caused by humankind?
We're here to listen, sir.
Mr. Prenowitz,
Yes, ma'am.
you've been given special consideration today, and I
Thank
think
you.
that you should remember that as you
Yes, ma'am.
participate in this proceeding.
Yes, ma'am. May I ask the question?
Council's objection is sustained. Please move on.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. The more that the company mismanages the project in terms of cost, the greater their profitability.
Just a reminder that Mr. Hurley has submitted pre-filed testimony. Your questions for Mr. Hurley should be about his pre-filed testimony, and that's it. Does that make
Well,
sense?
Well, part of it, but his concern was basically controlling the
Mr.
cost.
Prenowitz, does that make sense? I asked you a question. Please answer me.
Part of it makes sense, but there's also a bit more to it now. Why hasn't your organization addressed that part of it, saying, hey, if we can knock off some of the costs, that everyone would benefit because the rates would be lower?
I'm going to object.
Council's objection is sustained, Mr. Prenowitz.
I said,
Concerned ratepayers for Georgia, you have 5 minutes. That's time, Mr. Prenowitz.
Madam Chairman, would you please be fair with us? I cannot do this in 5 minutes. You are not restricting everybody else 5 minutes. You need some credit for knowing what I'm doing. I may not ask it the perfect way, but the content's pretty solid, so please let me continue. I'm asking.
Thank you, Mr. Prenowitz. At the beginning of this hearing, we called for a hard break at 11:25. We are in recess until 1 o'clock.
Pridemore says her number one priority is always the ratepayer. Really? Is the ratepayer her number one priority? In 2022, Pridemore became chair of the PSC and banned members of the public from attending public service commission hearings. One activist tried to enter, but was denied.
Everybody who struggled with lung cancer, everybody who struggled with asthma or illness because of the dirty decisions that the Public Service Commission has made. We stand here for you today because the people deserve to be here. So OCGA 46-259G says that the public should be allowed, if you're not official intervener, to participate either by oral comment or written comment. We just wanted to be afforded the opportunity to deliver those directly to the Public Service Commissioners. Okay. And we were denied that right. Okay. So what we've collected was the written comments from over 350 Georgians, okay. And we just wanted to very simply present those. Oh, I'm zip tied to the door because the people shall not be moved. Because the people should be afforded access, and the regular, ordinary, common folks of Georgia can't, and the privileged folks shall not either.
Pridemore responded by calling the police.
She wanted to go in and present.
So you just want to be in front of them physically to be heard?
Correct.
Okay.
To
So,
read the 2.5 paragraphs and to continue to keep it
okay,
moving.
but if it's the policy.
Does Commissioner Pridemore not realize she is a public servant with a salary paid by taxpayers? Her behavior is shameful. This commissioner is not serving you. Based on her actions, she has no desire to serve the people of Georgia.
And again, by the time you go through all of that, all of the decisions have been made and it's too late. Okay.
That was uncalled for.
That's
It
not what I
was rude.